Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my post-game review of the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Now, without a further ado, let's get started. Now, with the offense of the Seattle Seahawks, I think that we did very good, or at least not as good as I thought we would, but we still managed to win the game on offense. As we all know, our defense isn't really worth that much. But in the passing game, we got Russell Wilson throwing 16 completions, 149 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and throwing no interceptions, although he did get sacked 3 times if I'm not mistaken. But he has a QB rating of 116, by the way, as well. Russell Wilson, we all know he will do his job and all that he can do for the Seattle Seahawks to win. In the run game, we didn't have that much of a run game this game. Alex Collins getting 44 yards and 10 carries and a touchdown. And then we get our star running back Chris Carson with 13 carries and 30 yards, no touchdowns. Russell Wilson getting 4 carries and 26 yards and 1 touchdown. And Travis Homer getting 1 carry for 5 yards. Now, in the run game, as I stated, not that good, not really impressive. I know we're not going to get 100 yards each, like each running back getting 100 yards, or at least Chris Carson, but at least we did our job. But in the receiving game, we got DK Metcalf with 4 receptions, 65 yards, and a touchdown. Then we get Alex Collins, 2 receptions, 34 yards, and no touchdowns. Tyler Lockett did not do a good job this game. 4 receptions for 24 yards and no touchdowns. Freddie Swain getting 3 receptions, 20 yards, and 1 touchdown. Then we'll get tight end Will Dissly with 2 receptions and 5 yards. And then we get Chris Carson with 1 reception for 1 yard. And honestly, in the receiving game, we didn't do that much as well. Our best receiver was DK Metcalf. Alex Collins was there, and so was Tyler Lockett. But honestly, we did not impress on offense, but we did enough to win this game. Now on defense, I knew on defense we weren't going to do that good, as we went down 7-0 at the beginning of the game, and then of course we scored a touchdown to tie it up at the half. But the thing is, Seattle's defense held up at least to 1 TD. That was good. But then it was the second half where they allowed the rest of their scores, which was about 14. One being a touchdown with no extra point, and the next one being a touchdown with 2-point conversion. But then let's go to the defense of Seattle, which our top player on that list would definitely be Bobby Wagner with 10 tackles, 5 solo tackles, and 1 pass defended. On that list, I really hate to see that Jamal Adams is not really ranked as the top 5 defenders. We got Quandre Diggs there on that list. We got as well Sidney Jones IV, who we got from Jacksonville before the season even began. Jordan Brooks has been doing well. So has DJ Reed, Ryan Neal, Nick Bellor even got some snaps. But the thing is, I still don't think that Seattle's doing well on defense. Even though we won this game, the defenses were just still, it wasn't there. Quandre Diggs even got an interception in this game. But I still think that we could have done a lot better. Of course, Jason Myers got 4 points, of course, in this game, as he only had to kick 4 extra points, and he did not attempt a single field goal. Now, for the 49ers, they did an incredible job, especially since they actually had to use 2 quarterbacks, as Jimmy Garoppolo got injured at one point. Jimmy Garoppolo left, I think it was a quad or a calf injury, something in that area, I don't remember. But either way, Jimmy Garoppolo, 14 completions, 165 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And then Trey Lance comes in, gets 9 completions, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no picks. In total, the passing game, they had 23 completions, 314 yards, 3 touchdowns to 1 interception. Now, if that was only 1 quarterback stats, honestly, it would have been an incredible game for that quarterback. Although, they did play, like, I think it was in the 4th or 3rd quarter where Jimmy Garoppolo, actually no, it was at the second half where actually Jimmy Garoppolo didn't play, as he got injured. I believe it was in the late in second quarter, as I believe it went into the half. He was injured. But then we go to the run game where they had Trey Sermon, 19 carries, 89 yards. Then we go to Trey Lance getting 7 carries and 41 yards. Then Jaquise Patrick with 2 carries and 12 yards, and Deebo Samuel getting 1 carry for 1 yard. Now, in the run game, they did well. Honestly, the best running back they had was Trey Sermon. I believe he's the rookie running back of the 49ers. And then we go to the receiving game where Deebo Samuel gets 8 receptions, 156 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The best wide receiver in San Francisco right now. Then we got Juszczyk with 4 receptions and 41 yards. George Kittle was able to play, got 4 receptions for 40 yards. Then we go with Mohamed Sanu, who got 4 receptions and 35 yards. Then Ross Dwelley, I don't know if I said it wrong, got 1 reception for 21 yards and a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 1 reception for 15 yards. Then Juwan Jennings getting 1 reception for 14 yards. And even though he did have attempts as he dropped both his passes, Trent Sherfield should do better in the future as he didn't even get a single reception. But regardless, I think that the 49ers did well on the receiving game, especially Deebo Samuels carrying that offense of the 49ers. Of course, like there were other players getting some yards, but the fact is he got over 100 yards and almost 200 yards. He was 50 yards away from getting 200 yards receiving. And then we go on to their defense. Now for the 49ers, Azaí Al-Shaair got the recognition of being the best defensive player they had, as he got 10 total tackles, 6 solo tackles, and 1 tackle for loss. Fred Warner was there in second place, Marcel Harris, then Jaquise Tart, Eric Armstead. I think that Emmanuel Mosley also did a very good job for them. Dee Ford, Nick Bosa. These guys are just dominant, and that's why Seattle had a tough time against the 49er defense, because they just got some good players. And honestly, I believe that 100% that this team could be a playoff contender. Of course, they didn't pick off Russell Wilson once. And then we go on to the kicking team, which honestly, their kicker, there's something wrong because he missed a field goal this game and he missed an extra point, getting the second extra point actually. But regardless, he's still a little new. It's because Robbie Gould couldn't play in this game, why he got the start. I believe he's the punter as well. He punted in this game as well. But regardless, I think that this team of the 49ers could do well in the future, but for right now, they are 2-2, just like the Seattle Seahawks. Now, on to the conclusion of this game. I thought Seattle was going to lose. And I even had during the game, I actually tweeted out a poll, and I wanted to know how many people thought Seattle and San Francisco was going to win. As the poll showed, 70+% actually said that San Francisco was going to win. And honestly, I was on the side of those people saying San Francisco was going to win because I thought Seattle was just doing so badly that they couldn't get the win. And honestly, they proved me wrong, and they proved all those guys who voted for San Francisco wrong as well. They ended up being 2-2 and are tied for third place in the division with the 49ers, as we now see the division being led by the Cardinals as they defeated the LA Rams, and now LA is in second place. So that's going to be a crucial game for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tweet me any video ideas. Also, tell me down in the comments below, who do you think will win next week? LA or Seattle? Did you love this game or did you hate it? Tell me down in the comments below. Now, like this video if you liked it, subscribe, and hit the notification if you want more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.